Our assignment in science for the week of May 4th through May 8th. Your task this week is an engineering the design challenge. You're going to create a toy this week for your assignment in science. Okay, so as we click on the Google slide presentation, here's an introduction to introduce you to the project. So you'll have to watch this about who the government is asking you to create a toy. Here's a memo from the management on the toy project to 5th grade students explaining to you what you're going to be doing. Okay, here's the criteria. Your toy must be for children ages 6 through 12. Has to be something new and that does not already exist. Okay, needs to have at least one moving part. It has to have a recognizable name and design. You're going to use the engineering design process to design and build your toy. So these are things that you are going to need to do in your criteria. So make sure you pay attention to these and follow along to see what you're doing with that criteria. Here's the constraints. Okay, these are the limits to your toy. Okay. The procedures, okay, what you need to do. The first step in here is a review of the design process. So ask, explore, model, evaluate, and explain. There's a little video you can watch that reviews each of the steps of the design process. First things, ask, define the problem. So you're going to have to read here to find out what is the problem. Okay, you're going to answer some questions about your design process. What is the problem you're trying to solve? What do you need to know to begin? Here are some questions to help you begin thinking about your design. So you're going to have to answer each of these questions before you can start going on to the next step. So we have to answer all of these in the ask part. And there's 7 questions that you're going through. Next step in the design process is the explore. Now you're going to draw a prototype you're going to design 3 different toys. And for these 3 different toys, you're going to sketch a design of them. So here's some example sketches with notes about what the toy is supposed to be able to do, what the moving parts are, how might they be able to use it. Okay, here's some more. This one is for a transformer that a student was making. And they took pictures of a real car. They looked at a real car and drew out sketches and what parts they wanted to include in their transformer. Okay. Here are 3 different toys for smaller kids: a little stroller, a puzzle, and a robot. It gives little details about what each part's supposed to do, what they think they're going to make a part out of, how do they think it will work. Okay. Then you are going to put your picture of your sketch of your prototype here and type in the box your reasons for why you're either choosing this as your best project or why you're not choosing this as your best choice. Your picture can be a sketch on a piece of paper that you take a picture of and upload it into here, or you could do a Google drawing. Okay, and then import that into this slide. So there's prototype number 1, prototype number 2, and prototype number 3. Okay. Then you're going to model, build your toy. Okay. So it says you have planned, sketched, and designed your toy, and now it is time to build it. Don't forget, if something goes wrong or isn't working, go back and change your sketches and redesign. Make the best toy you can make. So you go back and change your sketches, your prototypes that you've drawn pictures of if it's not working the way you expect it to. Okay, so here's the model listing your materials you use and a picture of your completed toy here. Okay, then in your model, you're going to, what's the name of your toy? Why would your audience want to buy this toy? Okay, how does your toy move? What does your toy do? How do you play with it? Okay, next is evaluating it. So you need to answer the questions here in the rubric or scoring guide. Okay, use the table to evaluate whether or not your toy meets the criteria of the challenge. Yes or no. then you're going to answer these questions over here. Do you think your model was good? What could you have done differently to improve your model? What materials do you wish you had available to create your model, and why? Now you're going to create an advertisement, okay, to sell your toy. Okay, so it says you're going to try to persuade your audience to buy your toy. You can create a commercial, infomercial, poster, song, magazine ad. This is your creativity, but you are trying to convince or persuade people to buy your toy. You're going to put your video in a Flipgrid. Okay? Here are two examples, one infomercial and one commercial. Okay? Remember, when you're finished with your video, you're going to post it in Flipgrid, okay, and then turn in your work to me in Google Classroom.